Hey guys, as you can see, I've already taken most of the decorations down on the back deck. I like to leave the wreath. The lights aren't on today because it's 67 degrees. Last Friday at this time, it was probably, I'm looking at the time because about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, Mozart went out and I started looking for him. He was lost for 24 hours and it got to, I believe it was 0 degrees or 5 below zero and 22 below zero. 15-minute increments I could stay out, and it was called. He was found. But anyhow, that was last Friday. This is December 30th, and I'm going to be working out in the garden today. I thought I'm going to take advantage whenever the weather changes like this. This is Gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6, Central West Virginia, and we all have come out of that winter storm that went through last weekend. We really weren't bothered with power outings. We didn't have we had no freezing pipes, and I know people have, and my heart goes out to them. I did talk to someone at the gym whose neighbors' pipes froze and they had water all over the floor. But those people are cleaning up, which is good, and the weather is warm around here, and I think it has warmed up all on the East Coast. So here we are today, and I have cleaned up quite a bit of my seasonal look, and I'm going down in the garden. The wreath will come down the first of next week, probably. And but today I'm going to be working out in the garden a little bit for the last cleanup since the weather's so nice. But before we go down there, I've already got my bucket out and my pruners are right here. I wondered where I put them, and my gloves. But I want to see if my hellebores have any blooms on them. This will be their second season, and nothing yet. But maybe January, February, we'll see some blooms. Let me see this one back here. It would be exciting to see a bloom. The older they get, the more they're going to bloom. I can't wait. But there's very little cleanup up here. Anyhow, let's go on down and we'll talk about what I'm going to clean up today since it's so nice. My goodness, it is like an early spring right now. I will be working mainly on my what I call the shade garden because that's the last. But you can see, I think that's sweet woodruff, my ground cover there. That's all going to get cleaned up today. It should just pull up very easily and make it look a lot neater. Yeah, that'll just clean up, and I'm going to clean that up since it's clear. But that's the last thing I'll do as I come up the stairs today. I always seem to have a plan. Anyway, the pond is still partly frozen. I don't have fish in my pond, mainly because the water rises and we've had fish and they end up in the West Fork. But you can see my garlic looks like it looks bad, but this is what garlic does in the winter. It sends up its green shoots, and you'll get a hard snow or cold, but it'll come right back in the spring. I'm not the least bit concerned. It's mulched. It'll be gorgeous. I did pull this. This must have been a weed. I'll clean that up. But what I'm going to show you is what I'm going to do today is over in this, what I call my shade garden. I have waited. I might empty that out too while I'm here. I've got all my things covered with plastic, but when it falls like this, I like to get the water out. There we go. Anyhow, this is my anemone. It's going to get cut back. I have a couple ferns in here that I'll cut back and just do basic cleanup. There's not much to do. It's nice to walk through here and see how much you've gotten ready for the spring, because when spring comes, it's going to be fertilization and pruning and all the good stuff. I don't see any deer hooves. That's the other thing I'm looking for. I will rake up the limbs that, oh, wait. There is deer poo. Yeah. Thank goodness I sprayed. I don't see. Yeah, this is close in. This is deer manure. And this is what I don't want to see in my yard. But I did spray just a week ago, and I will probably get my, that's a good thing that I've seen this. I'll get out and spray again, because you spray a week, then spray the next week, and sometimes the third week, and that'll help prevent them, you know, chewing on everything. So I'm going to do that. I'm so glad. The other thing I was noticing, Reg, had we not taken those 3 huge branches, limbs out of the top of this tree with the winds we had 50-mile-an-hour gusts, 30, 40-mile-an-hour winds, I'm sure we would have had a lot of damage, not only to the tree, but it could have landed on so many other things. So don't put those things off. The few limbs that are here will get raked up and look nice and neat. I will restructure the high again. The wind can be a factor in this, but I'll get that all straightened up. So really not much, except just a nice sunny day. So I will. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to clean off what I call my shade garden, do the ground cover, and rake the limbs and spray the deer fence, the last thing, because it is a stinky thing. But it's a great day to be out. I hope you're having this beautiful change in weather. Now next week, I plan to switch out my Christmas window box in the front of the house to a winter something. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments. Again, it's my first season to switch out that window box, and I've enjoyed it all. And none of my ornaments blew off in all that wind, so that was wonderful too. So I will probably show you along when I'm doing that video. I have an idea of, there is one beautiful magnolia tree in town, and it's at an attorney's office, and the base of the tree is all suckered up. And what's the worst that can happen if I walk in and ask them if I can cut off those suckers and put them in my window box? They could just say no, right? It's a small town. I'm hoping for the best. So I'll do that next week, and I'll bring you along. So anyhow, get out today. It's December 30th. And this video will probably go up next week. I hope you have a wonderful new year. Thanks for staying with me this year. And to all my new subscribers that have come on, thanks for subscribing. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye.